Charles Soule continues paying off his long-running story threads this issue, focusing on Chanath, Char, and the Orphans and their battle with Darth Vader. Soule returning to Chanath after so many years since his Lando book has been wonderful, and I really like the idea that her character has a sort of main character syndrome to her, where she thinks that she's Vader's biggest nemesis and has been on his mind for so long, and she was destined to defeat him and get vengeance for her family, not realizing that there is many bigger facets to the universe than her need for revenge, and Vader just does not give a shit. Kira being fully aware of that and using Chanath's rage and need for vengeance for her own personal gain is so cold and calculating, and it's great that Soule isn't shying away from that and showing it on full display, and having Kira use that to teach Cadlia, the next in line for these great criminal empires, that lesson, and that you need to be cold and calculating and use these people to your advantage. Charles also continues to write just an awesome Darth Vader. He's just a force of nature or a slasher movie monster who just doesn't care about these people, and I love just his cold, very honest comments regarding having no idea who Chanath is and just not caring about her at all. Stephen Cummings again delivers some really awesome action sequences this issue, and of course getting to draw action with Darth Vader leads to just some cool situations. I really enjoy he also got to do more with Chanath and the Orphans, since they have some really interesting designs, and I like how each of them have specific sets of skills, like there's a sniper and a close quarters combatist, so he gets to do these really cool fight sequences that are all different and all unique and have a good diversity to them. Hidden Empire issue 3 was a really great character-centric issue that paid off a lot of Soule's very long-running plot threads, or highlighting what a force of nature Darth Vader is in the universe. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. Hidden Empire issue 3 opens with Madeline telling her disciples how she met Darth Vader a few times, finding being in his presence similar to the feeling you get when you hear an animal eating its own young. She tells the beings that when Vader tried to kill something, it died, and she didn't survive his attacks because she fought, but because she was saved by Chanath, Char, and the Orphans. In the past, Chanath and her squad confront Vader, and the woman reminds Vader of how he killed her family on Kabaria 20 years prior, and since then, she has studied every report that detailed Vader's fights and learned how to counter his powers, bringing together a group of brave warriors to combat him. She demands Vader prepare to die, but Vader, uncaring as ever, tells Char that she spent her life in a crusade that he had no idea was happening and didn't affect him at all, meaning she stopped at nothing for him while he prevented her from even having a proper life, and he has already forgotten her name. Chanath is angered, unleashing Lady Bright onto Vader. The droid lives up to her name, letting out a bright light that disrupts Vader's senses, allowing Chanath to throw a grenade at him. Vader cuts open the incoming grenade and acid spits out of it, covering his armor and melting pieces of it. Angered, Vader uses the Force to blast the Orphans back, destroying the Fermata cage machine in the process. To quell the acid, Vader enters the nearby ocean, disappearing from view under the depths. Chanath tells the team the Dark Lord will be back soon, so they don't have much time to rescue the Archivist. Ko is grateful for the team rescuing them, asking how they got by the Star Destroyer in orbit. Imara tells her they have a cloaking tech and they approach from the other side of the planet, Lo. The team move out, but Madeline reminds them that they need the Fermata cage and they cannot leave it behind, since if they do, they might as well have let Vader kill them, since the artifact is key to Kira's plans to destroy the Sith. Chanath relents, warning Madeline if she isn't being truthful, she will kill her herself. Ko, however, warns them that the cage is hungry for life, so it might not be safe to touch. Lady Bright thinks that she can touch it, being that she isn't actually alive. The droid finds the device, struggling to lift it, but she tells the team that she won't be able to fight while carrying this. Vader soon emerges from the surf like a black cloak cryptid, causing Chanath to tell the team to escort Lady Bright and the others back to the ship while she and Seer stay behind to fight. Imara wishes them good luck as Seer thinks that it's been one hell of a ride. Chanath knows that they won't give up so easily as Vader tells the woman that she will not be avenging her parents or Kira, and all they'll do is die. He senses that they were surprised that he mentioned Kira, coming to the conclusion that Kira still lives, something the Emperor will be fascinated to hear. The others meanwhile make it back to the Soroto and blast off as Madeline warns the team to keep the ship steady, otherwise they'll crack open the Fermata cage. Chanath and Seer continue to fight Vader, with Seer using her flamethrower to corner Vader. The Dark Lord unleashes the Force on the woman, slamming her into a rock and killing her instantly. On the Soroto above the battle, Imara watches Seer die, taking aim with her sniper rifle at Vader. Vader, who asks Chaneth what allies and tactics she has left, and now her life has been wasted and has all just come down to this. Imara takes her shot and blows Vader's hand off, prompting him to call Chaneth a coward for having someone attack him from behind. Vader tells the woman that Imara is not safe striking from a distance and nowhere is safe from him. Vader causes the ship to tip with the Force, making Imara fall off into the jungle below, smashing through the trees and gravely injuring herself. Lady Bright stabilizes the ship, finding that they are outmatched and need some assistance. She uses the secure comms to contact Kira, who only wants to know if the Fermata cage and the Archivist are safe. Ko makes it known that she too survived if Kira even cares, as Lady Bright tells her boss that they have the cage and Madeline, wanting Kira to send the fleet to help them rescue Chaneth and escape. Kira denies that request, demanding that she return the cage and Madeline to her at once. Lady Bright doesn't leave, telling Madeline and Ko that while Kira provides employment to them, Chaneth is the one who gave them a home. Chaneth's shields meanwhile fail as the Soroto begins to return to the battlefield. Suddenly the ship blasts off, leaving the planet as Vader comments how Chaneth must not be as important to her friends as she thought. Chaneth is stabbed by Vader and dies, finding that her friends escaping with their lives is good. On the Soroto, however, Madeline has killed Lady Bright, dismantling the droid and taking over the ship's controls. Ko demands that she be let go, not wanting any more part in this, and Madeline relents, planning on dropping her off along the way. Back at Dawnfall base, Kira asks if Catalia understands why she refuses to send the fleet to aid Chaneth. Catalia believes that she doesn't want the Emperor to know the fleet exists, and Kira finds that she's correct, but wants the girl to understand that Chaneth believed her life was a story that she was writing herself. She was wrong, as her life was a story, but she was just a side character in Kira's story.